You're looking at, on the left, a stone cast model, so-called. You're looking at some provisional restorations that are all connected together because the preps are for veneers. Now, how would you connect those to the tooth without having them come off with the first bite of Wonder Bread? How would you do that? Most of you know, if you've been around dentistry hardly at all, you know right in the center of each one of those facial surfaces on the veneer prep would be, as you're ready to put these on temporarily, would be a little circular etch. And you would use cement like Temp Bond Clear, which would attach to that little round etch place on the facial surface of each one of those veneer preps. And then you would appoint the patient for as close as you could get it to that prep appointment. We've actually called our technician preoperative and said, when can you give us? Just a couple of 3 days. And they stick it in the schedule as though they've already received the impression. And that way you're not really worried about having the temporary coming off and coming back in for a retreatment. Well, are these adequate? Not if they're single. If they're single, my goodness, they come off so easily. If there are multiples like that, and you advise them to chew in the posterior part of their mouth, there's not a problem. Just tell them, forget your front teeth. They're only for a temporary smile orientation. They're not for biting anything like a sandwich, a piece of pizza. Don't do that. Chew on the back teeth while you've got these few temporaries on. And by the way, as you all know, these are not going to be the exact color. Sometimes I can get them pretty close. Other times they're quite off. If you cement with a clear, flexible cement, such as Temp Bond Clear, it picks up the color of the underlying teeth pretty well, and you do not have a problem with odd color. If you cement them with other colors of temporary cement, they'll show right through it. So Ultradent has a product that's for veneers. The Temp Bond Clear is probably well known to most of you. What have we got on the right? Obviously, they're the final restorations. And you can see the adequacy of color, the adequacy of contour is definitely there. And it's pretty similar to what we have with the provisional restorations. I'd like to encourage all of us to be more conservative, particularly on younger people. Now, that man is middle-aged, but let's say you've got someone in their early 20s. It's foolish to cut the teeth down for full crowns. The occlusion is lost, the teeth will continue to move, the pulps are threatened, the teeth are more sensitive. When you're dealing with a younger person with another 40, 50 years to live, it's actually well overdone to cut full crown preps. Stay with temporaries. Some would consider them to be a little more, difficult. They're not temporary. They are, frankly, just as long-lasting as crowns, maybe even more. I have done thousands of crowns, and I've done veneers for, nearly 40 years, 35 years. And I see the veneers looking good after several decades. Many of the crowns don't look as good because they were porcelain pieces of metal way back there. They're looking better now because they're mostly lithium to silicate, aren't they? Well, look seriously at veneers, and this little 5-minute seance is just to stimulate you that the temporaries can work if you planned it properly. You have only a few days between the prep time and the seat time, and the patient knows not to chew hard foods on them. They work well. Be sure you remember when you seat the real ones to take that little daub of resin that's right on the central and lateral and canine facial surfaces, or you will not be able to seat the veneer. No problem, just turn the water spray off, the resin will be dull to the view, and you can take it off very simply. Thanks for being with us. Join us next week.